What's good? What's good? I hope you guys are well. A lot of you have asked about the beard. Am I keeping a beard? No, I'm not. It's just that I'm not going out, so I'm just being lazy. I can't be asked to shave it. I will get rid of it when all this lockdown eases. Just can't be asked at the minute to shave. And you know what? The fact that it's getting bigger and bigger, I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of it. If I do decide to shave it, it's gonna be a lot of mess because it's quite thick right now. But anyway, let's get on to some boxing. Deontay Wilder says he may retire if he loses a trilogy to Tyson Fury. What do I make of this? For me, it's kind of one of them ones. Where would Deontay Wilder go if he loses the second fight to Tyson Fury? There's nowhere for him to go, really. You know, of course, he can still carry on, but he may not want to carry on that way. He may not want to carry on if he gets beat again. That's why he said it's all or nothing. You know what? I hope Deontay Wilder doesn't retire because I really like Deontay Wilder. I know people give him a lot of stick and, you know, in that fight against Fury, they give him a lot of stick. But I think Deontay Wilder is an unbelievable fighter. I think he gets unnecessary stick. Oh, he can't box. All he's a one-trick pony. Come on, man. The guy knocked out literally everyone he faced. He fought probably the most naturally gifted heavyweight of this era and lost. And people are acting like, oh, he's not fought anybody. We always knew he was a bum. He was overrated. Come on, man. He wasn't overrated. Some of Deontay Wilder's fans had him up there as some of the greatest things since sliced bread. Of course, no, we all knew that he wasn't Muhammad Ali, but he's still a great fighter of this era. There's no doubt in my mind. You know, you don't knock out people the way Deontay Wilder knocks out people. I don't care who he's fighting. He's fighting guys that, like Gerald Washington. These are still names in boxing. I'm not saying these are elite fighters, but these are still good, you know, top 15, top 20 guys that he's not just knocking out. He's dismantling them. He's putting them to sleep. You know? And a lot of you said, oh, well, he's not fought anyone. What makes you think, all right, okay, so name me the heavyweights that you think that will be able to take Deontay Wilder's power. That will be it. Yeah, of course, any heavyweight could get knocked out. Dillian Whyte could go in there and catch Wilder and knock him out. Joshua could go in there. But the fact is that we're judging Deontay Wilder on the fact that he lost to Tyson Fury, when Tyson Fury is probably the best heavyweight in the world. The most naturally, in my opinion, the most naturally gifted heavyweight in the world. So what are we judging? Why are we giving Deontay Wilder so much stick? Honestly, I still feel that I think Deontay Wilder will knock out Parker. I think Deontay Wilder will knock out Povetkin. I think Deontay Wilder would be favourite to beat White by knockout. And Deontay Wilder and Joshua, for me, is a 50-50 fight. And if now, because what Fury did to Wilder, the way he annihilated him, we don't know where Deontay Wilder is mentally. So you could say it's a 55-60 40 fight in Joshua's favour. But I still would fancy him against every other heavyweight. If Deontay Wilder was to fight any other heavyweight, right, apart from Joshua and Fury, would he not be a favourite? He would, and he would be favoured to knock them out. So why are we giving this guy stick? And like I said, I personally think a fight with him and Joshua is an even money fight. It's whoever lands first. Joshua's got more tools than Wilder. Joshua's got more variety of punches, right? He's got a left hook, right hand, uppercut. He's got a variety of punches. But that doesn't mean if Deontay Wilder catches Joshua, which is more likely that he will catch Joshua than Fury, because Fury's very elusive. Joshua's not that elusive. He hasn't got great head movement. He hasn't got the feet movement that Fury's got. So there's a great chance Wilder would land. And we know from Joshua's career thus far that if he gets hit, he goes down. And with Joshua and with Wilder, you may not get back up. So I just think people are being unfair on Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is a great fighter. He proved that, right? And like I said, I think he's favourite against every other heavyweight, apart from probably Joshua and Fury. You would make him favourite against every other heavyweight. So I think he's getting really unfairly criticised, to be honest. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think about Wilder. Do you think he should retire if he loses to Fury in the trilogy? Will there be anywhere for him to go? I don't think he should, because he's losing to Fury. He's losing to one man. But again, Joshua was under that pressure when he fought Ruiz. So Wilder might be under that pressure. But I think for Wilder, it's going to be a lot harder, because I do see Fury beating him again. So if Wilder is true to what is being reported, he may retire. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. So guys, I saw a report that Floyd Mayweather knocked down a heavyweight in sparring with a body shot. This obviously caused a stir. That, you know, Floyd wasn't a puncher. How's he knocking down a heavyweight in sparring? Firstly, it's sparring. And obviously the guys that he's sparring, he's not sparring elite level world champions. He's not sparring elite level, you know, world champion heavyweights. He's sparring, you know, lower level heavyweights that are probably coming through or hot prospects. And listen, Floyd Mayweather is probably, is some people's eyes, the greatest fighter ever. So, you know, of course he can knock down a up and coming heavyweight, or even decent level heavyweight. It's Floyd Mayweather. He's a great fighter. He's got a great selection of punches, great variety of punches. Of course, in a real fight, if they were having, I don't think he could knock down a heavyweight in a real fight against a top level, you know, top 20, 30 guys. You know, Floyd Mayweather's a welterweight, not even a natural welterweight. But it's not a shock that he knocked down a heavyweight. You know, Mayweather was an exceptional fighter. You know, he wasn't a nobody. He was the greatest fighter ever. So I'm not surprised that, you know, he knocked down a heavyweight. It's not nothing to it's nothing to be shocked about. It can happen. You know, it can happen. But, you know, Mayweather wasn't known for being a puncher throughout his career. But, you know, when you get caught with a body shot, you can get winded. You can get winded. You know, it doesn't matter how big or small you are. You can get winded by a body shot. You know, you get caught in the right spot, right? You can get winded. Trust me on that. I've experienced being winded. It is not nice. You can get winded by a girl. You can get winded by anyone. You can get winded by literally anyone. Trust me. You may think you're big and strong, but you could get winded by literally anyone. If someone catches you right in the right spot, I'm telling you, the body is a horrible place to get hit if you get caught right. Because literally you just get winded and you're like, oh my God. And you can't even breathe. Literally, you can't breathe. You can't move. It's that bad. It's so bad. I'm telling you with experience. I'm not even talking about fight experience. I'm talking about getting kicked in a classroom. Right? And I was left winded. You know, I was like, oh, literally you can't breathe. It's that bad. So Mayweather's a professional fighter. He could have caught a heavyweight with a good body shot, and it could have left the heavyweight winded and not being able to breathe and move. You know, body shots. How many times do you hear in sparring a lot of these guys go down to body shots because they're not wearing any protection in the body? When you get caught with a good body shot, you go down. A lot of sparring rumors when the people get knocked down is through body shots. Yeah, of course, headshots, they have a headgear on, so it's unlikely guys get knocked down. They can still get knocked down in sparring, but genuinely, what I've heard in sparring, you hear a lot of fighters get knocked down with body shots. You know, and I know a lot of sparring, a lot of fighters do body spar. They don't do head sparring. I know in the Ingle gym, they don't do head sparring. They just do body sparring. It keeps you fresh, and you know, it keeps you ready for the fight, because you don't want to wear yourself out in sparring. So I know a lot of camps that do body sparring. They don't do headshots. But yeah, so it's not a shock that Mayweather knocked down a guy to the body. You can get caught with a good body shot, get caught in the right spot, and you trust me, you don't want to get winded because you can't breathe. You literally can't breathe. You know, you're literally, you can't move. you can't move, and you're like disabled at that point. You're just like, oh my god, I can't move. But yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that Mayweather knocked down a heavyweight. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. So guys, let's talk about a fantasy fight. It's a fight that's not going to happen. But if these two were both in their prime together, how would I see the fight going? In prime Amir Khan against the current unified 140-pound champion in Josh Taylor. A lot of people have talked about this fight and think, how both of them in their primes, how would this fight go down? Who do I think would come out on top? You know, Amir Khan, as we all know, was a great fighter. Great, great hand speed, great movement in his prime, brilliant feet. Josh Taylor, again, a very slick boxer, southpaw, great fighter. But who do I think in their primes? Because I would say Taylor's in around his prime now. And Amir Khan's obviously 10 years ago was at the top of the 140-pound division at one point. Who do I think would win? For me, that's quite a simple answer. I think Amir Khan would have won quite comfortably. And I think not even the fact that I think he would have won comfortably. I think he could have even stopped Taylor. When Amir Khan was in his prime, I just rated him so highly as a fighter. His speed, his movement, his explosiveness. I just think he would have. I think guys like Josh Taylor that were good boxers, because Taylor's not really a big puncher. He's a good boxer. He's got a good selection of punches. I just think Amir Khan would have swarmed him with so many punches. His hand speed would have been blurring. And like I said, I think boxers like Taylor, Amir Khan generally beat up. Let's be honest. If we look at his career, right, look what he did to Devin Alexander. Look what he did to Paulie Malignaggi, Andreas Kotelnik. He battered them. And I don't think it would be any different. Like I said, the Amir Khan that was at 140 pounds, right? The Amir Khan that beat Zab Judah, right? That beat Paulie Malignaggi. I don't think Taylor would have stood a chance against that Amir Khan. If I'm honest with you, I just think that Amir Khan would have taken Taylor apart. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. And there's not being biased, just giving you my honest opinion, right? I just think that he would have been too fast, too quick, and potentially too strong. I think it wouldn't have been a case where he would have knocked out Taylor straight away. We know that Amir Khan has such fast hands that, early on in fights he can swarm you and put you down, like he's done with numerous of fighters over his career. He did that with Madonna, who was as tough as they come, and he put him down and could have had him out in the first round. So he has got the ability to do that to fighters that he faces, even top level fighters. He can put them down in the first round. But I think with Taylor, he would have probably beat him down, and I think he probably could have even stopped him late. I do think that he, at that point in Amir Khan's career, when he was in his prime, I do think he would have. It took some beating him, and I think even the fights that he lost against Lamont Peterson, which I thought he won personally. I thought he beat Lamont Peterson, but the Danny Garcia fight that he lost when he was in his prime, right? I do think that Amir Khan shouldn't have lost that fight, and I still feel that he kind of. I think he was a bit angry because Angel Garcia had a few things to say about him, and he fought angry. He went in there, fought toe-to-toe with Danny Garcia, and Danny Garcia at the time was unknown. I think Amir Khan underestimated him and thought he'd just walk through him and beat him quite comfortably. But Danny Garcia ended up turning out to be a really, really good fighter, and he ended up catching Amir Khan. But like I said, I don't think if Amir Khan had given Danny Garcia the respect, I don't think Danny Garcia would have won that fight. I think Amir Khan would have outboxed him, just like he did with most guys. But things happen. But I do think Taylor, I do think he was stylistically made. He's a boxer, southpaw, and I just think he was made for Amir Khan. Honestly, I don't see Taylor winning that fight. I don't see Taylor. Taylor's quite strong on the inside, But I just think that, is he stronger than Madonna? Is he stronger than some of the guys that Amir Khan fought? I don't think so. So I think Amir Khan probably wins that fight by stoppage or on points. If it goes points, we know that Taylor's not going to outpoint Amir Khan. And I do think that in his prime, I think he could have stopped Taylor late, personally. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are well. So let's talk about a fantasy fight. Manny Pacquiao against Naseem Hamed. Who do I think wins that one? That's another great fight. A fight that, I saw in an article being talked about, who wins, Prince Naseem Hamed or Manny Pacquiao. Naseem Hamed was a great featherweight fighter. I think Naseem Hamed probably underachieved. He could have achieved a lot more. He lost to Barrera, who obviously Pacquiao beat. I think at that time, Pacquiao obviously made his name, or his name in the higher weight classes, although Pacquiao was a special fighter even in the lower weight classes. But I do think he made his name in the higher weight classes. But it's if they just say they have fought at 130, right? And when I do these videos in prime, right? So people may say, well, in prime Pacquiao was 140. He was fighting at 2 weight. But the thing is with Pacquiao, I feel like he could have easily made a catch weight with Naseem Hamed, right? And I don't think he was physically too much bigger than Naseem Hamed. I just think Pacquiao was so strong and so quick that he just was too much for these guys. One thing Pacquiao also showed is that Pacquiao was so solid in terms of his chin. He had a granite chin. Apart from the Marquez fight, this guy showed a sturdy chin throughout his whole career, where he took shots from bigger men and they bounced off his chin. Naseem Hamed was a great featherweight fighter and he had a lot of power. But would he have been able to knock or hurt Manny Pacquiao? I'm not sure. Pacquiao was a beast. His speed, his power. And I would favour Pacquiao by stoppage in that fight. I would favour Pacquiao by stoppage. But again, Naseem Hamed was a formidable featherweight. His movement, his angles, his movement in the ring, the way he used to dance in the ring, he was unbelievable. Naseem Hamed was an unbelievable fighter. Like I said, he probably didn't achieve what he could have done in the sport. Maybe that could have been down to ill-disciplined. It could be down to a lot of things. The fact that he didn't have, a division full glittered with talent. But let's not forget that fight with Kevin Kelly in Madison Square Gardens. It's an unbelievable fight that he had, and he beat Kevin Kelly in a thriller. But I do think Pacquiao was a notch above. I do think Pacquiao's speed and power would have probably told in the end, and I think he would have probably stopped Naseem Hamed. And I don't know whether Naseem Hamed's power would have been able to hurt Pacquiao. If I'm honest, I think Pacquiao had a fairly granite chin, solid chin. Although Pacquiao has been stopped, I do think that he's quite solid, and I think Pacquiao's speed and power would have been a problem for Naseem. Because when I'm talking about, like I said, I'm talking prime. And the thing is with Pacquiao, in his prime, he could make a number of weight classes. And let's be real, the Pacquiao that beat De La Hoya, Hatton, Cotto, right? Can you really see Naseem Hamed beating that Pacquiao? No, you can't, because Pacquiao at that point was beating up bigger men, and not just he wasn't just too quick for them, he was too powerful for them. He was beating them black and blue. He was beating them from pillar to post. That's hard to do against bigger men. That's hard to do. Look what he did to Margarito. He put a savage beating on Margarito. So someone like Naseem Hamed, who was a lot smaller, a lot more frail than those guys, you cannot see anything but a Manny Pacquiao knockout, if I'm honest. And when you think about the bigger guys that Pacquiao fought and the punch resistance he had, Naseem Hamed was known for his power, and he'd probably have to stop Pacquiao in that fight just because of the work rate of Pacquiao may winning that fight. And when we saw what Barrera did to him, he outboxed Naseem Hamed. I know people say Naseem Hamed wasn't at his best, but nevertheless, Barrera did beat him quite comfortably. It was quite a one-sided win. And then Barrera fought Pacquiao when he lost. So, if I'm honest, I only see that fight going one way, and I think Pacquiao would have stopped Naseem Hamed, even though I'm such a big Naseem Hamed fan. I think Naseem Hamed was a breath of fresh air for boxing. Great entertainer, but in terms of them two in their prime, I think we'll all have to agree that Pacquiao was more formidable in his prime, and obviously has gone on to become one of the greatest fighters ever of all time. He's a Hall of Famer, and Naseem Hamed didn't quite reach, or you could say Naseem Hamed didn't go anywhere near the level that Pacquiao reached in the sport of boxing. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Who do you think wins that fight? Would you have given Naseem Hamed a chance, or do you think Pacquiao would have stopped him? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.